The Methodist Church of South Africa will be marching against xenophobia tomorrow. The church has been involved with helping displaced foreigners. Reverend Siviwe Watku from the church joins us now. Reverend, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you very much, Mpo. It's lovely to be here.
The Methodist Church, I mean, before we speak about the actual march, the Methodist Church has had quite a journey with foreign nationals. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, to begin with, the Methodist Church is a church that honors humanity. It is a church that also exists so that there can be healing and transformation, not only in South Africa, but in the rest of Africa. Our vision as the Methodist Church of Southern Africa is that we must be a healed Africa for the healing of the nations. And therefore, we cannot do church without thinking Africa. And so what we have done, for instance, as the Calvary Methodist Church in Midrand, is to listen to the stories of the people who have come from other countries, because we've seen their plight, we have seen how they suffer and not have a home. And so we have given them a place where they could come and gather and talk about their stories, and then together we find ways of addressing their needs.
When it comes to the actual march, I mean, it's taking place tomorrow. What are the details surrounding that? Where will it start and so forth?
Now, the presiding bishop has made a call, presiding bishop Reverend Ziposihle Siwa, has made a call on all Methodist people around the connection. Now, our connection, to begin with, it involves South Africa, it involves Lesotho, it involves Namibia, it involves Swaziland, it involves Mozambique and Botswana. And therefore, that means we are a church that is not only about South Africa. In fact, we are a Methodist Church of Southern Africa. He's then made a call that tomorrow we cannot afford to continue just worshiping as usual in our sanctuaries. We should go out and add to the voice of no to xenophobic attacks, of no to this insensitive and insane attack against our brothers and sisters. And therefore, tomorrow, what we have planned as the Alexander Johannesburg Circuit, for instance, it is to begin a march at Berea and then move to Yeoville. And we are planning, therefore, to gather as various communities of the Methodist people at that place and then move towards Yeoville. We have planned then, and we're hoping that we would have the representation from the Office of the Premier and also the city of Johannesburg, so that we make our voice clear in support of the leadership in this country.
And, you know, looking at the horrific week that the country has had in terms of xenophobia, what are some of the biggest and loudest messages that you want to send out from this march?
Well, to begin with, we need to be able to remember our history, that we are because of the people around Africa. Our struggle was not fought in isolation, and therefore we cannot afford to forget our brothers and sisters who have helped us to be the people that we are today. Secondly, when we then push our brothers and sisters away, it has got a negative impact on the outlook of our country around the world, and therefore our economy is going to be negatively affected, and we just cannot afford that. If we are to grow and be a strong nation, we are to grow together as Africans.
And what are the meeting points for those who want to join and are not part of the church? What are the logistics surrounding where you'll take off from and the times and all those details?
Now, we are planning to gather at 11 o'clock at Bethesda Methodist Mission. That's when we will actually leave, at 11 o'clock. And so I would advise that we should start gathering at 10 o'clock so that by 11 o'clock we are ready. We have asked the law enforcement agencies to assist us with the logistics of marching to Yeoville, and we would like to urge people that we we behave well during that march because it is a peace march. We want to invite all those people who stand for peace and who want then to build a strong nation, yes, to come and join us so that we put an end to these senseless attacks.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you very much. It is my pleasure, Mpho.
That was Reverend Siviwe Waqu from the Methodist Church saying that the church will be embarking on a march tomorrow, and the strong message being sent out is no to xenophobia.